Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching Georgia Beer Reviews. Back at you today with another one. What I'm looking at is a beer from Feathered Friend. This is a bird brushed red. It is a red ale, clocking in at 6% alcohol by volume. Feathered Friend Brewing Company is out of Concord, New Hampshire. This is a new brewery. They opened up in 2022. And I have not actually been to the brewery. This can is courtesy of Mr. Bumpy Road Brewery. He gave me a bunch of stuff from Feathered Friend to try, so I'm very excited about that. And hopefully, I'll get to check out the brewery one of these days. Not too far from here. Anyway, thank you, Bumpy, for the beer. Let's go ahead and pour it up and see what we are working with. I'll put a link to Bumpy's channel in the description below if you're not already subscribed or not familiar with Bumpy Road. Definitely go check him out. But chances are, if you are watching my channel regularly, you have seen Bumpy many times, either in duo reviews that we've done together or on live shows. You name it. Okay, there's the appearance of the beer. It is a pretty standard appearance for a red ale. Um, Very clear. You can see through the beer. It is a nice red amber color. The head is about a finger's worth of a khaki colored, tightly knit, bubbled, relatively creamy looking head. The aroma, very nice. You're getting some caramel malt right up front, a little bit of hop notes as well coming through initially. A little bit of a resinous hop note, maybe even slightly piney. So the hops are coming through pretty strongly on the nose with this. So caramel, maybe even a little bit of toffee. It's pretty rich with the malt forward notes. But the hops are very in your face on the aroma. So let's see how that translates to the palate. That's pretty much all I'm getting. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Really nice balance between the malt and the hops. Caramel, slight toffee, maybe even a little bit of brown sugar. Very malt forward, but as soon as you get through that malt sweetness, you're getting a lot of hop character. There's a really significant hop note with this. It's slightly resinous, maybe a little bit of piney, almost like a West Coast IPA hop profile. But because it is such a hop or a malt focused beer, as most red ales are, it balances out very nicely. The body with this is relatively light. The 6% alcohol is masked exceptionally well. You're not picking up on any boozy traits whatsoever. Very bready in the middle of the sip as well. Some nice toasted bread notes. The finish is crisp, clean, refreshing, dry. Carbonation is high medium with this. Pretty significant carbonation. Mm. Very nice malt to hop ratio. I'd say it's really a 50-50 split. It's got just as much malt character as it has hop character. So very, very balanced in that sense. I'm not a huge fan typically of the piney, resinous, more West Coast bitter type hop notes, but because it is a malt forward beer, I feel like it balances out pretty nicely. Um, if I had to guess what the IBUs are with this beer, because they're not listed on the label, I would say like 40 to 50. It's getting up there with the bitterness. Very nice, very enjoyable beer. I prefer my red ales a little bit more malty, a little bit less hoppy. This one is nicely balanced, but I would have preferred a little bit more sweetness, a little bit more malt character, a little bit less of the resinous piney notes. But it's really just a personal preference. It's not an indication of the quality of the beer. It's an excellently made product. I think they did just a dynamite job with the balance between the malts and the hops. And there's great flavor profiles from both of those that are incorporated into the beer. The body, as I mentioned, is very nice. It's kind of on the lower end of medium. It's definitely not a heavy beer by any stretch of the imagination, and the carbonation is just very fine and prickly, and elevates the beer as far as the refreshing qualities are concerned. and that dry finish just makes it very sessionable, very easy drinking. You want to go right back in for another sip after you swallow it down because it kind of dries out the palate and you're thirsty. You want to drink more. So all that being said, I'm going to go with a 94 out of 100. I think this is a pretty solid A beer. This is my first beer from Feathered Friend, and I have plenty more in the fridge to get through, so I'm looking forward to trying some of their other stuff. They are a new brewery, so I don't know what their distribution is like, but if you live in the greater New England area, chances are you'll be able to find some of their stuff in the near future. You can always go to the brewery. As I mentioned, they are out of Concord, New Hampshire. To be more specific, they are 231 South Main Street, Concord, New Hampshire. So go check them out if you get a chance. Great, great beer. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Thanks again to Bumpy. Link for his channel in the description below, as well as right there. You can click on his icon and get to his channel that way. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and we'll see you here all in the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.